Welcome back to Gloved Up Garage. Definitely starting this one a little different than normal. Sorry, it's kind of shaky. I'm in the family gray, call it the gray bus. It's a Expedition EL, and I've got a U-Haul trailer hooked up, and I'm going after what's going to be the next car for the channel. My personal car, now that the ST is gone, it'll be my daily driver. So I'm going to head down here to this dealership, pick this car up, and come back to you guys once I have it loaded up. I was going to shoot at the dealership to show you guys what I got, but it took a lot of time to get through buying the car and just BSing, loading it up and stuff, and my wife had to take the tow truck to work with her. So without further ado, here's the new daily. So this is a 2003 Lincoln Town Car. It's got 162,000 miles on it. And it is unbelievably difficult to find a black on black town car up here in Kentucky. I looked at, Facebook for a good solid 2 or 3 weeks. This is the closest one I could find. It was a little overpriced. Obviously, we got a bottomed out air suspension and a bad window regulator over here on the passenger front door. This thing, I don't even want to talk about the price. So the car lot was asking $5,995. I'm not going to pay that because, well, nobody ever pays sticker price. I was able to get them talked down to $4,500. I still don't feel good about it, but I guess that's just the reality of Panther platform vehicles at this point. Marauder, I did look for a Marauder. They were quite a bit more. Like the cheapest one I could find was up in Michigan, and it was like $10,000. The rockers are rusted, just dealing with northern vehicles. This is the next best thing. I mean, it's still really cool. It's a town car. Trying to find one with a black interior. I really didn't care too much about the outside color, but I definitely wanted the black interior because it looks very similar to the Marauder interior. Maybe I'll try to find like a Marauder console and shifter and stuff in the future, but for now, this is going to do. This will be a good daily. I got a few things I got to work on, and you guys will definitely see videos about this in the future. We've got an unlock button that's missing. We've got the trim in here is all just shot. We're missing one of the trim pieces for our grab handle. That door handle, I'm assuming, is broken under the duct tape. In the cluster, everything lights up really good, except over here, it gives you like a miles till empty display. That is flickering, so I'm going to have to get in there and figure out what's up with it. The bottom side of the console here, this lid will flip from side to side depending upon which one of these buttons you push. There's one on either side. I'm missing the trim around this one. That shouldn't be too hard to find, but I think I might need to get a lid from another car because it just seems like it's acting really funny. And then I've got the door panel off to do the regulator. I'm going to get a Ford Motorcraft window regulator. I'm not going to put a Dorman in it because, well, that was what was in there that broke. So Dorman's okay if you're on a budget. If you got the money, just go ahead and get the Motorcraft one, and that's what I'm going to do. One of those while you're in there things, I'm going to get a set of speakers to go in there and upgrade that. Eventually, we're going to upgrade that radio and leave the steering controls. So I'll have some content on that. Just general cleaning of this thing. It really needs a good detail. There's a few things on here that aren't perfect. I'm not really looking for perfection, so to speak. I just want a good daily. And it's going to get bumped and dinged and stuff, but we'll get through all that. Back here is really good. A little bit of popcorn back there. We'll get that cleaned up. Overall, good solid car. No rust. Just a couple of little dings and some scuffs and stuff. We can probably buff most of this. On the passenger doors, there's a couple of creases that I think will come out with some paintless dent repair. So we'll go through the process of getting those things knocked out. You can see right there, little crease here, little door ding here. So crease, door ding. Looks like somebody's done something here too. There's a little bit of rippling there, so we'll get that tackled. I am going to start ordering parts like crazy. I'm going to get both of the airbags and the solenoid for back here in the back. I'm going to go ahead and order the air compressor that goes up under the intake because, well, it's my daily. I don't want to have to mess with this stuff anymore. While I'm doing suspension, I'm going to go ahead and order the KYB gas adjust shocks for the rear, the struts for the front. I'm probably going to grab a set of Police Interceptor springs. The Moog springs are like $75 for the pair on Rock Auto. We'll cut 3/4 of the coil out of those, and that'll give us just a slightly lower look to the front of this car. How do I know? Well, that's what I did on my first Marauder. I lowered it using the same Moog, however you want to say it, Police Interceptor springs. I cut 3/4 of the coil out, put those on the KYB gas adjust struts, and it rode fantastic. I actually did that, now that I think about it, on the second supercharged Marauder that had almost 200,000 miles on it. Something else we'll need to address in the future. Looks like the tires have got some pretty decent dry rot on them. DOT dates from 2016. Luckily, they're 16-inch tires. They're not too expensive. They might be 17s. Let me look. Oh, they are 17s. There's that. The DOT date is right there. 43rd week of 2016. They're pretty nasty looking. So that was one of the reasons I got it a little cheaper. I mean, if it was in perfect condition, I needed absolutely nothing, I could drive it from Bardstown to my hometown, which is about an hour and a half away. Yeah, I would have paid $6,000 and probably felt pretty good about it. But with it needing a bunch of work, I went ahead and got the trailer, hooked it up, and drug it home. So under the hood, nothing really special. Everything appears to be in its place. Looks like we got a never start battery in June of this year, so that'll be good for at least till June of next year, and that'll be about it. Everything looks pretty decent. I didn't see any leaks. All the trans fluid, oil, coolant, all that stuff looks really good. I always pop the oil caps and flip them over just to see if there's any like nasty oil or possible head gasket failure that shows up on the bottom. This is good and clean. The fluid, trans fluid, when I pulled it out, it's bright red. I don't know if they did a flush recently or what, but it's in really good shape. I think it's really cool that it still has the cover on it too, because a lot of these get taken off. So I am going to locate an air box and the air tube from the Police Interceptor. One of the subscribers, a longtime supporter of the channel, had given me one off of a newer model that uses the slot style math. That's not going to work on this, so I'll need to make a run to the junkyard down in Louisville and obviously locate some parts for the interior and this stuff too. Tell me what you guys think. It's kind of one of those things like it's over and done with. It is what it is. But I guess I need a little bit of reassurance that this wasn't the most terrible deal that was ever conceived. It's just hard for me to think about these cars being worth that much now because of the low value that they had dipped to at one point. I mean, a car like this with the mileage and the dings and, not being in perfect shape at one point would be like a $2,000, $2,500 car. And I mean, kind of looking at it through, I guess, rose-colored glasses, whatever you want to say, Fox bodies have risen in price. A lot of these Panther platform cars are getting used for race cars. The cars like this town car that were not abused, so to speak, like a police car, they did command a little bit more money because of that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. It's just, I got to reassure myself that I did a good thing here. I was pretty mad at it when I got home and found that the window regulator didn't work. I was upset and threw some tools. I would have recorded that, but it probably would have been a good solid minute of beep because I said some really not nice things about this car. So hopefully it forgives me and we have a really good relationship from here on, because I was angry. I might have been a little hangry. I haven't eaten all day. So I'm going to go grab something to eat. and you guys will see this car in the future. Drop your comments down below. Again, let me know what y'all think. Well, my phone died. So, again, thank you all so much for the support. Thank you so much for the likes, subscribes, the follows, all those things. And remember to stay gloved up.